Did you know staging your home isn't just about renting furniture? Staging is also about your current furniture and your current decor being used in the best possible way to ideally present your home in the best way possible to potential buyers. Hi, I'm Michael Shuster, multi-award winning real estate specialist in the Greater Toronto Area and the surrounding suburbs. The term staging is often used quite loosely when listing homes for sale, more like ambiguous because it has different meanings to different people. In fact, I have a video specifically called "What's the Point of Staging Your Home for Sale?" that explains the different types of staging and benefits. Now, while that video explains the various types of staging and value that professional stagers can provide, in today's video, I'm going to share 10 things every owner can do themselves to save time and money in preparation of listing your home so that it shows in the best possible way. Get your pen, get ready, because here we go. Number 1, curb appeal. People do judge a book by its cover. Same thing goes for real estate. I know what you're thinking. If someone will pay 6 or 7 figures for a house, they can probably cut the grass or fix the weeds or hire someone to do all that. But grass that's unkept and weeds and shutters that are rotting and bad curb appeal isn't about the cost. It sends a message to buyers that if this is how the sellers take care of the property, then they can only imagine or fear what problems might exist inside or behind the walls and in the attic that you might have neglected and not taken care of. Number 2, depersonalize. Artwork and decor on the walls and the mantels can be great, but personal photos and awards and degrees or diplomas are a big no-no. Here's why. For many people, it can feel very awkward going through a stranger's house. You're in an unfamiliar home where you haven't been invited personally, you don't know the owners, and they aren't even there to make you feel welcome. When buyers see personalized items of sellers and their families, they feel out of place. Some feel very uncomfortable, so they rush through the showing quickly and then they rush outside to talk to their realtor without giving your home proper consideration. So it's always a good idea to pack up or put away the personal items like family photos and awards and degrees and things like that. Number 3, lighten and brighten spaces. Dreary, dark rooms and spaces don't sell. Dark rooms not only create an uninspiring and somber mood for some people, but they also make rooms look and feel smaller than they really are. This can mean repainting with a brighter and a more modern color or replacing burned out light bulbs in rooms. And here's a tip that you might not have thought of. I've seen many homes over the years where owners replace light bulbs willy-nilly. Now, what do I mean by that? Once in a blue moon, when a bulb burns out, they'll go to the store and pick up a new bulb. Problem is, bulbs come in different watts and even different shades. Just go to Home Depot or Canadian Tire and the entire aisle of light bulbs have them separated, not just by type or size, but also shade. They have something called warm or bright or natural or daylight. And these are all different brightnesses, but also different color tones. If this is the case in your home, where they're all different, going to the store and investing in a bunch of light bulbs that are all the same wattage and color tone can make a big difference in how your home is portrayed to buyers. And if you're doing that, go for the brightest and highest wattage. There's really no point in putting 240 watt bulbs in a bedroom or a family room if the fixture will allow for 60 watt or even 100 watt bulbs. Number 4, repairs and maintenance. If you had a leak above the ceiling a few years ago and it's fixed, but the paint on the ceiling is discolored, or a light switch doesn't work, or a light bulb is burnt out, or a window crank sticks, or the window frame sticks when you try to open and close it, or a door doesn't quite line up perfectly when you try to turn the key and lock it, then you should get that fixed before listing. Some buyers might fear that you've let the house go into neglect and they'll be faced with huge repair bills after they buy it. For other buyers, the needed repairs might seem minor and not about cost, but it will also distract them from other features that get them excited about buying your house. Number 5, remove odors. On more than one occasion, I've taken buyers to see homes, and when we've entered into a home, there was an obvious personalized scent or sometimes even an odor. Now, sometimes it can be the scent from pets or cooking. It might not be a problem for some people, but you can't risk deterring that one buyer who will pay top dollar. It doesn't mean your home stinks. It just means it's something that buyers can't relate to. Often because our beloved pets or our cooking are a way of life for us as sellers, then we as sellers simply don't even notice it or realize it. And as a seller, you have to remove emotion and not take it personally. And remember, you're marketing a product to entice and attract buyers to want to come see it and want to buy it. Usually, odors and scents are absorbed in the paint or the broadloom in the rugs. So some fresh paint or steam cleaning carpets can often make a huge difference. Which leads me to number 6, painting. The number one investment, return on investment, bar none, anywhere in the world when you're selling a home is painting. Now, if your home is only 1 or 2 years old and you have fresh, clean paint and the paint colors are bright, earth tone, trendy colors, then you might not have to paint. But if your walls haven't been painted in many, many years, or there are marks on the walls from when your kids were growing up, or your new sofa was delivered 3 years ago, or they were banging the sofa up against the wall, then spending a few $1,000s on fresh paint not only removes the odors that we talked about, but presents a fresh new scent, and it also looks clean, it looks bright, and with the right advice from your realtor or your stager on the colors, it'll update your property to current trends that buyers are looking for. And current trends are something else to consider. I've seen bedrooms or other rooms that a teenager might have thought was fun or exactly what they wanted at the time. But if it's a dark blue NHL color or a deep purple or a funky shade of green or even black, it might be personal for you or your kids. And it might have been what your teenager really wanted to make their room feel like a safe and happy place for them. But it might not be what buyers are looking for. And it might also make the rooms feel smaller, more dreary, and turn off a buyer. So spending a few $1,000s on painting is most often proven to be the biggest return on investment. Number 7, cleaning the obvious and the not so obvious. Some might think it's obvious, but I've seen homes where people didn't vacuum or dust the shelves and the furniture. Again, when buyers see this, they might think you don't take care of the property. The other problem is it can distract them from getting excited about what the property does have to offer. And so while cleaning the hardwood floors and vacuuming the carpets and wiping the mirrors should seem obvious, here are a couple of things that aren't very obvious that I'm going to share with you. First is having the removable screens removed from bedroom, kitchen, and living room windows, and cleaning the inside and the outside of those windows. Most showings happen in the daylight so people can see outside of the property and they like to see the view. And when they're inside the home looking out the windows, they want a clear view. So when there's dirt or dust or grime or other things either on the window or the screens, and when people notice it, well, you know where I'm going with this. It makes them think you don't take care of the property and it distracts them from other things that they should focus on. The other thing that's not so obvious is dead bugs in the light fixtures. I know you're probably thinking, ooh, Michael, don't even tell me that. Well, hear me out. Often the dome lights or bedroom lights in the front hall or the main hall fixtures that you see in many homes, in the summertime when the nasty fly got into your house, you remember that? You know, the one you forgot about. Well, they are attracted to the light, right? And so when they go to the light bulb and it's burning hot, well, let's just say go turn on those lights and look up. And it's true. Nobody's going to say, I'm not buying this house because of a dirty light fixture. But maybe you've heard me say this already once or twice in this video or more. But when it's not there for them to notice, then they won't be distracted from getting excited about the selling features of your home. They don't think you neglect the property and they aren't distracted from the features that they're going to fall in love with and pay top dollar. Number 8. Show a room with its proper function. Have you ever seen a spare bedroom used as a home office or a living dining room as a toddler's playroom? Sellers often assume or hope that a buyer will know exactly what the room is really meant for, or assume a buyer is able to envision their own use for that room. Not necessarily true. For most people, the mind is visual and they have to see it. People have to see for themselves and feel it, what it's like to live there. And that's why they come see your house instead of just buying it based on the pictures online. Number 9, removing counter clutter and knives. On most kitchen counters, there can be spices, and a mixmaster, and a knife block, and a microwave if it's not built in, and a toaster, and decor items, and. Less is more. Removing all clutter except one or sometimes two main items will help. If it's a microwave, then there might not be many options to move that. If it's one of those high-end KitchenAid mixers, those are almost trendy these days, so it often looks good to leave that there. But spice racks and kettles and old coffee makers and air fryers should all go. And number 10, remove plants or decor items on top of those kitchen cabinets. Some kitchens have plants or decor items up top of the cabinets. Either homeowners thought they were pretty, or they created a mood, or they simply filled up empty space. But when it comes to staging and marketing and presenting a home to buyers, what it does is, believe it or not, makes the ceiling look lower than it really is. There are my top 10 staging fixes that you can do yourself in preparation for listing your home for sale. If you want to know more about the process of selling a home or getting it ready, I'm always happy to chat. And remember, when it comes to real estate or anything else in life, if there was a better way, wouldn't you at least want to talk about it? Just email me with any questions you might have. Mike at TheReguy.ca. It's always confidential, never pressure or obligation. I just love to chat and I love to talk real estate. Thanks for watching.